Good evening, everybody, and welcome to another edition of Live from the Workshop. Who have we got in the chat room? Magnus is here. Hello. Imp344's here. The Tired Scott's here. And the Filmer is here. Good evening, everybody. If you're watching as well, drop into the chat room and say hello. It's over on that side of the screen. If you're watching on YouTube or Twitch. And if you're watching it elsewhere, then someone has hacked into my camera. So that's clever. If it's from Matt, I can watch even live from the workshop starting soon screen for 2 hours straight. Okay. Aww. You guys. Anyway, welcome to this bit of a funny edition of Live from the Workshop, because we're going to be doing a couple of things. We're going to be doing some modelling stuff, but I'm also going to be doing some notes for tomorrow's Tea Time with Matt. Which will be on from 8 PM over on the other channel, youtube.com/teatime with Matt. So do come and check that out. That'll be good. And it's all about the current global pandemic and sort of how people are coping with it or not in many cases. So yeah, hello Discordia, how you doing? So yeah, that's what we're going to be doing tonight. I'm going to be getting ready for that show and also doing a bit of model making as well. So yeah, let me know if there's anything in the chat you want to talk about in the chat room. Perhaps, you know, you just want to get some stuff off your chest, or you want to ask each other questions about stuff that I can chip in on, or maybe you want to ask me a question, anything like that. You know, no holds barred, just go for it. How many are you watching at the moment? 7! 7. It's a nice round number. 7. I like it. Good evening, Doctorers. Nice to see you. Right, what are we working on tonight? Well, there's a couple of things we could be working on. I'm going to continue with this truck that we were working on last time. But I've ordered a few different things, which will make our life a bit easier here. So I've ordered these hooks as couplings. We did that last time, and so I'm going to be installing them at some point. I've also got to fit the wheels and the axle boxes, and then fit the insert as well. But I also want to paint the whole thing, which is what we're going to do first thing tonight. And that's about it for that one. You might remember as well, I got the kit for a little box van, but there were some bits missing, and I broke the roof, so that was clever. That I've been sent a replacement roof, which is a good thing. I was told sent a replacement part for the bits that were missing, but I think it's the wrong piece he's sent, so I might have to bodge it a bit, but we'll see what happens. Darren's here, starting on the gin early tonight. No, not gin, this is orange and apple juice. No alcohol today. Alcohol and model making don't mix. Flippin' Sandman is in the Twitch chat. Hello, how are you doing? Yes, it is this guy again. Right. First things first, what am I going to do? I'm going to stop painting. That's what I'm going to do. And I'm also going to pop some music on, so we can have that in the background. Here we go. Is that actually working? Yep, seems to be. Come on, let's have some sound. I always forget this Song of Screws starts with a really quiet thing. There we go. There we go. Fail bell! Because I didn't sort my volumes out beforehand. Why did you choose to stream at 7:38? Well, I chose to stream at 7:30, but I had some stuff to sort out first, so that's why. Hello, Matt, you're on early. No, I'm not. I was always going to be on at 7:30 tonight. But hello, Richard Bale 42. Nice to see you. Since you're doing G gauge, what's the best way to start in this gauge? Well, technically it's not G gauge, it's SM32 gauge, but it's the same principle. I am the wrong person to ask because I've got no idea where to start. The basics I've done is that I've been buying some kits and making them myself. I've bought some track, which I laid down temporarily to run my Steam engine. Yeah, so there's that, and I'm planning on building a row in the garden, which I'm sort of umming and ahhing about how I'm going to do it at the moment. So come back and ask me in about a year. What else are people asking me? I've been watching Torchwood. I'm on Miracle Day episode 2. I didn't rate Miracle Day. SM32, by the way, that's is it 1 in 19? I could be wrong. Scale 2-foot gauge. So it's meant to be like a narrow gauge thing. That's what they all say. Well, it's orange and apple juice technically. So just had lunch, so I'm good. Thank you for asking. No problem. Thought you were going to be on tomorrow. I am going to be on tomorrow as well. That's on the Teatime with Matt YouTube channel, youtube.com/Teatime with Matt. So yeah, I'm doing 2. I'm doing this one, which is a bit more chilled, and then I've got the Teatime with Matt tomorrow, which is a bit more planned out, and yeah, bit more stringent than this is. This is a bit more flexible. Gonna have to go now. No worries, Doctorus. You take care. Always willing to help build a railway of any gauge. Well, when I start digging the foundations, I'm sure you could be happy to come round and have a look. And I'll give you a shovel and a pair of wellies and we can get to it. Right then, let's get painting. Roll my sleeves up before I do this. Oh, I'm sorry to hear you're not doing great, Scott. That's no good. No good at all. Do you do song requests on this one? No, not on this one. I play only non-copyrighted music on this one. So it's mainly my friend Screw's music. I might play some classical a bit later. I'll see how I feel. Right, so the paint we're using for all of the wagons is BR Freight Wagon Grey. It's a matte finish paint. Used on wagons between 1948 and 1964. And that's not because I have any knowledge of the subject, it's literally printed on the label. So, yeah. Is this the Dalek Express, Matt? It might as well be. Might as well be. Right. I need a screwdriver. Pop the lid off. Right. That's the one. Right. There we go. Hey, that one came off nice and easy. I need shaking first. Right. Okay. Pop the lid back on. Make sure it's nice and secure, and then give it a good shake. Once again, thrilling content on this channel. Right. There we are. Right. I'm already making a mess. I've got some friction on that here. Oh, well. Will Matt see this comment? Yes. I know nothing about trains except they're the ones that aren't cars. You can teach me. I like that. Yeah, I'm hopeful things get better for you too, Scott. That'd be good. How to secure a lid, bash it with your fist. Yeah, you know, brute force in all things. Okay. Right. Take the paint off the lid to start with. Right. So what I'm going to be doing with this, I'm going to paint the inside bit and the sides. I'm going to leave the bottom because no one's going to see it anyway, and it'll just help save some paint. But I'm going to do all the rest. I might just do the edges of the bottom, but I don't want to go too mad. Anyway, so let's make a start. Yeah, all that goes on nicely. Yeah, nice thin strokes. There we are. What happens if a train goes inside out? Someone contacts the RAIB and goes, I know we've messed up, but I don't know how. This shouldn't be physically possible. Why do I get the feeling Matt could have run BR better than the government? Oh, I like that. I don't know how true it is, but thanks for the compliment. It's quite a nice colour, actually. It looks good on wagons and such like. I think I'm going to paint any trucks or anything I do in this colour because it works quite well. What wood is your train? I think this is plywood, this one. Could be wrong. The last carriage I built was like a plywood thing, but I painted it in a teak colour, so it just looks a little bit more natural. Yeah, it's quite nice. Do I like your Daleks on Discord? I haven't actually had a look yet. I'll have a look when I've got to a stopping point with this. Touching in the bits I missed on this side. If I pick that up, you can get an idea of what it's going to look like when it's finished. Get in there with it. I believe for paint lids you're supposed to use an alright knife that gets completely bent out of shape but you still use for stuff, but try to avoid using or give to a relative to use. What's the bit that moves weirdly and makes weird sounds? Is that my chair you're thinking about? Might be that. Laser cut. Yeah, all these kits are laser cut. They're pretty good actually. This one is from Timpton Models, it's called. So only a little company, but they're nice. They're quite simple to put together. I put this together last time in about 10 minutes. It's not anywhere near done, of course, but you know, I think we got quite a long way with it. So I wasn't unhappy with that at all. Right. So, got to be a bit careful here because this won't stand up on its own. So, just see if I can adjust the camera. That's a bit better. I've been informed it's called Boris Johnson. Oh dear. Yeah, he's not doing so well in this time of crisis, is he? I think he's suddenly realising that being Prime Minister is not as fun as he thought it would be. Oh dear. Doesn't take a lot of paint to cover this, it's not masses of surface area to worry about. Paint some happy little wagons. If Bob Ross did Twitch streaming and model railways. The Daily Telegraph. Yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about. Do you think schools will be closed like colleges and universities? Well, the college I used to work at hasn't been closed. I'm reliably informed of that because I still know people who work there. So, I don't know. Is the simple answer. I imagine it's so at some point. I think they're going to try and hold out to the Easter holidays, but you know, I don't say that with any expertise on the subject whatsoever. But that's what I reckon will happen. Yeah, this is a little bit of what we're going to be talking about tomorrow, really. We are going to talk a bit about the response to COVID-19. I should say as well, and I am putting a disclaimer at the top of the show tomorrow, because this was something I sort of agonised about a bit. I want to make it clear I'm not in any way going to be mocking sort of the disease or people who have... sort of the virus rather, or people who've been infected with it directly, because I don't think that's right. I am all for mocking the human condition and for mocking sort of the way people panic in these situations, but this is a serious issue, and you know, I am painfully aware of how this is affecting people. You know, I'm very worried about sort of friends and relatives who are in the at-risk group, shall we say. So, you know, please be assured I'm not taking the actual situation lightly, but I do think that we could all use a bit of a laugh, because it is a troubling time, and I think we need to try and find the funny side of the situation. But I'm not going to be mocking at anything to do with the virus itself, just the response. Just to clarify. Don't know why I felt the need to clarify that, but I did. So, there we go. Right. Trying to be a bit careful with the painting here. There's a train joke in that, Scott. Axles, those things from the John Pertwee story. No, that's axons. I mean, they kind of sound the same, but no, you're thinking of axons. Right. Boris Johnson looks like someone put a toilet brush and a sloth. Oh, controversial. Not really. I think that's an observation a lot of people have made. Maybe not precisely that, but similar. Richard Bale, I'm here now. Oh, there's two of you. That's scary. How's that working? Wait, does that mean you're pushing up my figures fraudulently? Because I'm totally for that. I'm not going to stop you, but it's nice to know what the what's going on. I did wonder if I should paint the kind of the ends of the carriages in red or something, but I don't think wagons kind of had that, did they? Last time I saw a wagon, I think it was just painted, the kind of buffer beams and things were painted just the same colour as the rest of the vehicle, so, you know, maybe I'm overthinking it. I usually overthink things, to be fair. Mophead, I believe they used to call Boris. Yeah. Axons are the people who lived in 1066. No, you're thinking of Saxons. I'm trying to keep the wagon in the shot, but the trouble is I can't hold it at the right angle and paint it at the same time. It'll be a bit easier when I'm doing the top bit, so I'll be able to put it flat. So I'm gonna paint the inside bit grey, and then I'm gonna put the insert in on top unpainted, because I think that will look a bit more like how a real railway wagon would look. You know, we'll see. Maybe I will paint the insert as well, I'm not sure. I'm just literally making this up as I go along, to tell you the truth. Which is true of most of my content, to be honest. Saxons and the instruments that jazzy blokes play. No, that's saxophones. We could do this all night. And we probably will. Right. Can I set that down yet? I know what I'll do. Let's utilise this. Put the wagon on top of it. There we go. Then I don't have to put it on the wet paint bits. Smart. Right. do around the edges, and then I'm going in proper. Used a bit of a bigger brush than I did for the carriage, just because I think it gives a nicer finish. And I was using wood stain on the carriage, to be fair. I didn't actually paint much of it. I painted the roof white, actually. That's accurate. Vote Matt. I'm not sure I should be in any positions of power, but thanks for the thought. I find more confident in some people on the internet than other people on the web and in real life. Oh, that's nice to hear. I mean, not the bad bit, but the good bit. Still planning my 00 gauge garden layout, LNR, ER themed with some LMS and GWR. Oh, that sounds good. Yeah. That is very good. Okay. Try and do the inside a bit as I go around as well. It doesn't matter too much if the paint job on this isn't perfect, but I do want it to look quite good. Because I mean, the thing about railway wagons like this is they're not looked after particularly well. Certainly not when they were in proper use. On top, their modern equivalents now aren't looked after that well. Just they're not made to look pretty. They're built to be functional. So I'm not too fussed if the paint job isn't perfect, but I do think I can get it as good as I possibly can. Only way to get me in the garden is with a garden railway. That's good! I'm sick of armchair doctors on Facebook talking about COVID-19. I've got to say, that is really annoying me as well. You know, I think if you're going to take any advice about this, you should take it from reputable sources. So in the UK, take it from the NHS. If you're in America, from the CDC, or if you're not in either of those two, whatever your national equivalent is. But don't be taking it from random posts on Facebook. That's just really stupid. I mean, I've seen people saying that, you know, oh, you can clear the virus away if you gargle hot water and something. Someone suggested gargling bleach the other day. But the thing is, there are people out there who will believe that. You know, it sounds ridiculous, but, you know, people will believe anything if they're in a panic. Yeah, I'm getting fed up with the Facebook story sharing. It's just getting silly. Just gently touching in the paint on the edges there. You can see at this end what I've done there. Be careful with trains, you'll summon the Polar Express. Is that like you say it 3 times in the mirror and you summon it? Just a giant train appears on the street. I've never had Facebook. I don't blame you, Magnus. I wish I didn't have Facebook, but unfortunately it is a useful promotional tool for stuff like this, so I'm kind of tied to it now. So, you know, back in the day, if you'd have told me that getting a Facebook account would lead to all of the many issues that surround the platform, I wouldn't have bothered. But there we are. Life comes at you fast, doesn't it? I'm just gonna go over the inside bit. I can't decide whether to glue the wagon insert in or just leave it in there loose. I might leave it in there loose, actually, but we'll see. I might have to take it out for a spin on the old temporary track with the steam engine and then see how I feel. I'm not gluing the quad bike down, I know that much. Well, actually, if I'm not gluing the quad bike down, then I could glue down the insert, I suppose. Wouldn't hurt. OMG, he replied and left some kisses under that. What am I supposed to do? So I told him the truth, it was overdue. Sorry, Christine, is the real? I played a joke on you. He was like, why? I was like, I don't know. It was supposed to be a joke. And I wish it never happened at all. Maybe then I wouldn't feel so low. What's your favourite cheese? I like a Stilton. I'm a fan of the blue cheeses. Really want to delete all my social media accounts, but at this point I'm too deep in the rabbit hole. Yeah. I watched Time with the Angels, both episodes. When the angels move, you blink or turn the lights off. You don't hear rocks move. But when the harmony fell on the floor, I always felt that was a bit of an inconsistency. But Blink is one of my favourite stories because you genuinely do not see the angels move on screen. They kind of ruined that in Time with the Angels because, yeah, it was just... no, I wasn't a fan of that little detail of the story. Good story, but the angels are scarier when you can't see them move. You know, it kind of draws you into the story. Weirdly, the angels work really well in the Big Finish audio stories. Even though you can't see them, they do a good job of portraying them. There we are, I think that's good. Just gonna paint some brush strokes in there so it goes vaguely the same direction. Touching on the top as well. A bit sparse there. Top of the edges. Yeah. Love it. And there we have it, one painted grey wagon. There for now. I'm just going to move that gently to one side and rotate the camera so we can have a proper look. There we are. I think that looks pretty good. Quite happy with that. I could probably use some touching in just on the side there, but I can worry about that another time if need be. Actually, there's a little bit of a build-up of paint in this corner. I'm just going to brush that out. I can touch it on the side there when I'm got some. There we go, that's a bit better. Top there as well. The dark wood is showing through on the top, which doesn't look too bad. It gives the wood some grain, which I'm not adverse to. Yeah, I think that's looking alright. Pleased with that. Need to clean all the paint brushes at some point. Nice wagon. Yeah, I like it. It's good that. Pleased with that. Just turn it around, have a look at it from all angles. Make sure I've not missed anywhere. Oh, good thing I did. I missed a little bit of paint on the buffet. There we are. That's better. On the other side. Perfect. Lovely. Happy with that. Right. Have some juice and then decide what I'm doing next. Yeah. Right, so while I'm over here, I'll show you something. It was my birthday yesterday, and my dad got me what I would describe as a little gift, but it's gorgeous. So I madly love it. So you may remember from the previous show I did that what we're actually doing is constructing a biggest little railway permanent way train. And so it's going to be a wagon for a quad bike, wagon for tools. The carriage is going to be for transporting workers and stuff. But one thing that we are missing is the track. So my dad got these 3D printed, and they are genuine scale representations of the track we used on the programme, which is awesome. If you scaled these up, they would be about 3 meters long, so they pretty much bang on to what the track would have looked like, but then that's just going to sit on the wagon like that. I think that's gorgeous. I really like that. Happy belated birthday. Thank you all. You can get another stream out of this paint drying stream. I like that. Right, yeah. Kits. I've got a couple of things we can do. I've got the box fan kit, or I've got a 3-plank wagon kit, which is exactly like this one pretty much, but a bit taller. So what would you guys like to see me do next? And then once we've done that, we'll crack on with some note writing. I'm guessing your favourite Back to the Future was part 3. No, weirdly, my favourite one's the first one. The next two are both great, but they're not a patch on the original. The original's just a perfect film. It's, you could have ended Back to the Future where it ended, the first one, and it would have been great. We're lucky we got the sequels because they're brilliant, but which bit of the train does the time travel? The flux capacitor. Thank you for all your birthday wishes, folks. That was nice. Plank kit, box fan, so we're neck and neck on that. Any other thoughts? The plank kit's a bit simpler. I'm sort of leaning towards that because I could get quite a bit of that done, and then move on to my notes. But yeah, have a think. Paint a fence and watch it as you play pool. Okay, it's an odd choice, but yeah. Cool bits for this kit over here. Try and keep things vaguely organised. Yeah. And now 5 years after the events of Back to the Future 2 and still no flying cars. Yeah, it's a very good point, actually. Alright, there's neck and neck for the 3-plank wagon and the box fan. So, if I go on Twitch, does it count as another vote? No, because you've told me that's what you're doing. Oh. My phone's vibrating. Someone wants me. My phone switched off to my recollection. I saw a girl standing on the platform. She was hella cute. I was like, wow. She said, hey, Screw. I said, who? Oh, it's yet another email about an organisation I once put an email address into a box on their website, emailing me with their coronavirus policy. I really don't care what Just Tire's coronavirus policy is, to be honest with you. Or YouTube's come to that. YouTube have basically said that they're not going to be having manual reviewing so much on videos while this is happening because they're giving their staff the opportunity to go and work from home. So we're all at the mercy of the algorithm at the moment. Small price to pay, but... Do the different coloured trains do different things? Not really. It's, yeah, it's, I mean, it's, the colour of trains don't really denote anything. I mean, initially I suppose it would have been like the company that owned the train. So like the London, Midland and Scottish Railway in this country had like a maroon colour scheme, and they did the London Euston to Birmingham line, which I now work on. It was the London North Eastern Railway, which had sort of green colour scheme and some blues thrown in there as well. Great Western Railway, they mainly used like a Brunswick green for their stock and like a brown and cream colour scheme for their carriages. In terms of trucks and things, they tended to be like a variation of grey, black or brown, you know, like really easy to maintain colours. You know, you occasionally got ones that were different, but Southern tended to be green as well. Railways in Scotland, certainly regionally, they used to be blue. Yeah, so there's not really any rhyme or reason to colour schemes. But LNER was apple green. Thank you, Ed. Your favourite milk better be blue milk. Not really a fan of milk, to be honest. I like it on my cereal, but I don't like drinking it straight. Garter blue for some A4s, yeah. Lots and lots of green. Yeah, green was quite a popular colour. I'm not sure of the reasoning. Perhaps it's easier to clean. I don't know. Come on, make a choice or I'll make it for you. 3-plank wagon or the box van? What are we doing? Always been a fan of the orange of the Southern Pacific or the LNER apple green. Yeah, the Americans have some weird and wonderful colour schemes in modern times, like, you know, lots of yellows and oranges and stuff. I think our trains, certainly until more recent years, became quite bland under BR. Everything sort of blacks and, you know, dark reds and stuff. You know, some greens too, but yeah. And then when dieselisation started creeping in and British Rail underwent this modernisation, it was all dark blues. Nothing sort of out there, but yeah. Change my vote to the box wagon. Box van, box van, box van. Okay, box van it is. Put this one to one side then. And get the instructions out again. I think I'm going to have to bodge bits of this. Because, like I say, I don't think they've sent me all of the kit bits, and the bit they sent me is a replacement. Basically, I now have 2 of this bit. So I've got a spare set of doors, but nothing. There's meant to be like a bit on the. I'll explain as I go along, but I might have to bodge something out of the material I've got. But we'll see how we get on. Right. Okay. Look through the instructions. Paint all parts of the colour of your choice. Okay. Right, locate 2 ends and vents, which are the parts that you cut out of the end. So, yeah, these aren't very clear instructions, but we're going to give it a go and see how we get on. Here we are. Right then. Turn the camera around. Right. So, first things first, locate our end pieces. Those ones there. Boom. And I think that's the floor piece there, so we'll put that. Right. Now, I'm going to be a bit clever about this time, because last time I did one of these kits, I did something a bit stupid, and I ended up breaking some of the pieces. But so what I'm going to do this time is use a craft knife and cut them out of their individual bits. Where they're laser cut, they leave a little bit in place to hold it in the frame. go, it's that bit. Might be easier going at it from this side actually. Aren't boxes supposed to be like cube or cuboid? This one, this kind of will look like a cube. That's a picture of what it will look like roughly when it's finished. So it's kind of like a cube, I guess. Bye the filmer, nice to see you. Where were we at? Ah, there we go. Let's get it somewhere. Out she comes. Lovely. I'm just going to do the same with the other one. Dee-dee-dee. Not much of a gap between the bits of wood where they can cut, but doesn't have to work with it yet. Maybe not. Oh, there we go. And then, from the looks of the instructions, the middle bits have to come out. So, place bent end to end and twist on an angle and glue in place as shown. Right. Just to save time, what we'll do is leave these attached as much as possible. Just like cut the bottom bit out. What we're supposed to do, they're kind of supposed to come out away from the rest of the object. So I'm just going to do a bit of gentle jiggery pokery, I think is the technical term. Okay, that's not a problem. And then how it's supposed to sit is like that, so you get a kind of 3D effect. So what I'll do, just get a little bit of wood glue and take it in like that. Just leave it at an angle. I'm glad you made it. It's so chill compared to Teatime. No, that's alright. Don't snap it in the middle again like last time. No, I'll try not to. That incidentally is the replacement roof, so without wishing to bend it too much, so you do get a definite bend in it there. I'll try not to put so much force on it this time. Oops. Right, so let's get our wood glue. Gorilla brand. Other brands are available. Put a little thin strip on one edge. In theory that should just sit there quite happily. If you turn it over that way, it is kind of pulling out a little bit, but I'm just going to leave it to one side just to dry. And then we'll do the same with the other one. Right. So, same again. Check Discord, Matt, you'll find a really cool drawing of a train. Let's have a look. Hang on, where's Discord? That's on it somewhere. The era and location of the layout and planning doesn't offer much variety in livery, but I'm looking forward to building it. Yeah, model railways are great. I've got a double O gauge one at my parents' house still, which I simply must try and get over here and have a play with again. So yeah, I'm looking into that. I do want to do that at some point. I like that. That is very good, Magnus. Incidentally, folks, if you do want to get involved on the Discord channel, you can do so if you're not already. I'm just going to chuck the link into the chat room for you so you can all see that. Doctorist is back. Hello! Nice to see you. There we go. There we are. That's our Discord channel for Tea Time with Matt. It also has a live from the workshop chat room, so go join. Right. Back to the model. So same again. A little bit of wood. Uh-oh. Ah, there it is. Unfail bell. There we go. Unfail bell. I've never seen a proper steam engine in real life. Well, could I steam it up in here? Not really. I could give it a go, I suppose. I mean, it needs to be in a well-ventilated room, so I suppose I could open the window and do it sometime, but probably easier if I just do a video and play it on at some point. I've got a video coming up when I unboxed Still the Lady, funnily enough, but it's a little way off because I need to actually film it doing some stuff outside. It's difficult because, like I said, I don't have the actual railway at the moment, just the temporary track setup. Oh yeah, that wasn't gone so well. There we are. Not looking so bad. Want them to roughly be about the same angle. Yeah, that's good. Right. I'll leave them to one side for now. Next on the instructions, glue end onto floor square and repeat for the other side. I can probably do that while they're down. That's not a problem. Right. I'm getting the wood glue again. Just do a strip along the bottom of this.
I'm a strike again, effective immediately. My TV screen is troubled and my radio is screaming at me. I browse the internet like a digital scenery, and they go on the web. In real life, they wouldn't be seen with me. Just recently, I found a lump in my mouth. My girlfriend worked at the hospital, but my fortune teller is broke as my head doctor in school. Took me back to my past that we shared lockers at school. My microphone jumped like he jumped up on my skin. Guess he forgot since I was 5 that all I wanted was him. I say my girlfriend's a white now. My past is black. Said I was totally accepted, but I'm half attached. In fact, how do I make myself clear? I explain how do I take myself there?
It's just going to fall over, isn't it?
Only child syndrome, I just have to be alone.
Imaginary friends.
You'll be happy
That's
when
it,
you're
will be
old.
gluing in place at some point, so not too much. So. I'm just going to hold that there for now.
All the plugs have been fulfilled, and my phone battery's dying like someone. Why would I go? Is it an X Factor like Lauren Hill? My telephone like Lady Gaga, I tried to ignore it still. My iPod is changing.
Saw a video of a bloke in pretend training for training, and everyone being like, "Oi mate, you're going to overshoot the platform, you lose pillock." Yeah, that can happen.
Just built a rocket ship to go the opposite direction.
Fuck the politics.
To go the opposite direction, they expected less. My best regrets are like emeralds in a treasure chest. I'm definitely ever present, but I'm like, I want to see 101 before I
No. Stay where you are. See, the trouble here, it was not really big enough to stand up on its own, so it's going to take a little bit of a bit of time holding it before we can actually do anything with it. Stay on. Yeah. See, if I was clever, I'd clamp it in place or something, but I haven't got any clamps, so I'm not clever. Could I lean it up against something? Yeah, here we go. If I lean something up against it, I'll just sort of hold it there. There we go. This is why it's good to keep random bits of rubbish around your workshop. Top tip from Matt.
Tom meets Summer on January 8th. He knows almost immediately. She's
Events dropped out. That's not what you want. Try again. That went perfectly with the first one. Why is this one giving me trouble? This is one of my favourite Screw songs, this. Thinking about putting it on the Evening Do playlist at my wedding, which is amusing for reasons you'll discover shortly. Probably worth me pointing out at this point that my fiance's family are all Catholic. So, yeah, this song would probably go down really not very well.
Put my possessions in the box. Left it on my doorstep and knocked. Wrote me a letter so cute, you tied a ribbon around it, but I felt different about it when it read, who do you love? Are you for sure? I saw pictures on the web of you can't anymore.
I'm just gonna have to sit here and hold this for a bit.
Cause they remind you of me and the past is ignored.
Oh, this should be alright. Should be alright now. Oh, spoke too soon. That enough for you to stay in place? Right. Bit of rubber glue in here.
To change the weather on me, manic depressed, cause the past meaning the better on me, and now it's straight from him. It's like she raised cute puppies and trained them to be vicious dogs just so she can set them on me. And I plan to get
Camera
revenge,
back bit so you
kissing
can
on the
actually see
new
what I'm
girl
doing.
with spread to my set of friends, but she don't seem to care. She too engrossed in him, but
Focus,
every now and then
focus.
she
Hello?
pops out
Oops.
just to say it is, are we really not together? One day we painted and picked out a spot
Focus
together,
up.
only to to realize eternity is not forever. We used to rock together, jealous and jealous set for any girl that said hi to any dude she ever met.
Nah, not behaving himself. Oh well.
Think of the way head scratching, smiling, thinking it's
Wiggle
sweet.
it a bit. Let's see what that does.
Time he kisses her there, he realized he just visiting there.
Can you play Starman tomorrow? Yeah. Is it alright if I ask how Catholic? Good question. I don't really know. Very, I think, some of them. Certainly, our parents aren't sort of deeply religious. They're, they're both baptised, I believe. But no, not baptised. Is it baptised in the Catholic Church? I think it is. Well, whatever it is. But, yeah. Not that I'm knocking Catholics, but I just don't get the feeling a song about divorce will go down very well. I've got no problem with anyone of any religion. You know, I'm very accepting of that sort of thing. Or Heroes. Yeah, Heroes is a good song too. Love that. I can do both. 2 Bowie songs in an evening, I can do that. No law against it, is there? Oh, fuck. This wood glue's great, but it takes ages to bloody stick. It's the only problem with it. I'll do prop it up with something else. There's a tin of paint there, that'll do. There we are. How's the other one looking? Oh, we're getting there. What I might do, just move them gently out the way for a bit. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh dear. That's not as bad as what I thought was happening. I thought I'd got the base stuck to the cutting mat. That'd be a bit awkward. Language, Timothy. Just gonna move it to where I want it and then glue it in place, I think. Aren't you? Right. I'm just going to leave that to dry now, and we'll come back to it in a bit. Alright, that's me whacking doing. Paint's not quite dry, but getting there. Cool. What did you make of Class, Matt? Generally not that bad. I quite liked Class. It wasn't brilliant, but it had some interesting moments. The Big Finish version is much better. As is true with much of Big Finish's stuff, to be honest, but...
I do not respect people that hate my guts, but they take the shot when I'm around. The same people that surround you put you on
More drawings on the Discord server, let's have a look. Oh, is that the one of the, the creature with, like, horns and stuff? Because that's quite neat, I like that. It's very neat.
Sick of my therapist speaking out loud. My sleepers right now are darker than ever, darker than Wesley and Whoopi having 3 or 4 kids living in a new apartment together.
Right. I'm going to go refill my juice and wash my brushes, and then when I come back we'll do some note writing, because I should probably stop procrastinating and do some actual prep work towards tomorrow's show at some point. And don't do what I did and leave your cutting knife blade out. That's really bloody stupid. And on that note, I'll see you in a little while. Won't be long. Okay, I'm back. Right, what did I miss? Not a lot, it would seem. Some Dalek pictures in the chat, I think. Oh, nice. That was the cellar door. Oh. Okay. As we were then. Right. How's the glue holding up on these now? Oh, not great still. I'm going to leave them as they are. Right. How's the paint looking? Ah, see, that's looking good. I'm really pleased with that. That's looking fantastic. Beautiful. I might give it a second coat. Yeah, we'll see how it looks. And then maybe give it a try. Hey, right then. So, what am I going to do now? What I'm going to do now is move on and do some show notes for tomorrow. I'm going to turn the music up for this bit. Fabulous, I would say second coat. Yeah, I'm thinking the same. Might give it a second coat tomorrow. I'm just going to let it dry off overnight and then see how I feel. Should really clean my cutting mat as well. Yeah, it's got a bit destroyed from where I was painting last time. But it's fine, it's fine. This is weird, it's showing I've got 0 viewers on YouTube at the moment. Which can't be accurate, I'm going to go have a look. This is an outrage! Ah, 4 watching, there we are. Honestly. Lies upon deceit upon lies. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. Right then. Notes time. Now I apologise in advance, this probably won't be very interesting because this is literally going to be me sat at a computer copying and pasting things and typing, which is basically how I do my shows. So I've wrote my disclaimer already and put information up there. I've written map reviews of the classics because we all know that that's a very, very long segment of Tea Time with Matt. It takes ages to write those. Done that bit. So I've got to do alternative facts, beginning sketch, common sense advice, and the news. I'll do the news first because that's literally a case of copying and pasting news stories I find funny. So let's go away and have a little look-see. Here we are. Weird news. So I don't follow blindly. I kindly say thanks, but no thanks to put it mildly. Google it. Suicide once since I had facial hair and Claire put a razor blade to her face and an angel there. When Drew lost his wife and new baby hair, and it was fair. They will find her face down in the lake somewhere. And just the other day, Katie came off of the pills. Concluded she was lost, but now we lost her for real. And we disguise our dark moments with bright flowers. None of these are very funny. Not enjoying this. There's one that's going to be interesting, so I'll keep that one out. Yeah, literally what I do for the news segment of the show is I have a read of the also in the news sections on various websites. Used to do the BBC one, but they haven't written any for a while, so... Or they got rid of the section. as I understand it. I don't know why, but yeah, don't do it anymore. But I have a look at various different websites, and if I find one I like, then yeah, that's what we do. Okay, that's happening. That's going in there. Yes, that one. That one's got to come onto the show.
Always lost in the pecking order. I treat a cheating girlfriend like I never saw her. So sorry if I black out sometimes. The real world right now seems less important. All these best friends forever.
Yeah, that's a good story. We'll chuck that in there. I'm not going to tell you all what any of the stories are because you'll have to tune in and find out tomorrow.
I don't have my future mapped out. I moved to a new place. My plans are at that house. And the new kid living there is fine. Probably kissing on my girl, playing with toys that were mine. Probably living out my master plan. 2.10 kids looking like a marching band. So when I
Started watching Torchwood and it wasn't what I was expecting. No, a lot of people have said that. I really liked Torchwood. You know, it was a bit shaky the first couple. Children of Earth was when it came into its own, I think.
Hoping to catch my dream girl, how to stay average ones in between chapters. I don't wanna bother God with these matters. Friends are supposed to be cool, but they're pissed like weak ladders. So I shit on these rappers, wipe and flush. The girl I used to like is high and all types of drugs. My pen pal doesn't write as much. Best friends forever means I'm free, but I'm kinda rushed. What if this itch is an STD? What if she takes a pregnancy test and texts me? My reflection's so ugly it hurts at first. I don't believe when the same girl shows interest in me. All my pet fish float at the top, probably dead. I'm just hoping they're not. I got this lump in my mouth, kinda serious. I'm hoping it's not. So if I'm saying I'm at the doctors, just know that I'm not alive.
Thoughts on the movies Pacific Rim and Titanic? Titanic's quite good. I've never seen Pacific Rim. So, yeah, I hope that was informative. Okay, so I've got 2 stories in so far. So, that's a good start.
Then I discovered that the ultimate warrior was just a guy named Jim. I'm sorry, bro. I put my faith in the rainbow. Thought we were the same, but we ain't though. Race to the game show. When we were little, parents told us to mix with the kids, and we literally did. But then they changed roles.
And last one. What's this one? It's not very funny actually. We'll go with this one.
I guess what you're really asking is if I'm real. Sometimes all I want is
again. Dressed in all blacks, back a pack in the lens. Imagination land with a pad and a pen. Kick rocks in the air till it's splashed in the Thames. Watch a plane crash into Ben. A bomb at the palace and that's where it ends. An eagle with a bird that's hatching again. Under a false flag it had its revenge. Back on this side of the globe, I feel quite small, I can't even know. Pretty women still high-fiving me though, even though her fat fuck the fries on my soul. Farewell, goodbye, put a blue gun to my head, should I?
Change the font. Change it the right colour. I try and get the news onto one page if I possibly can. I haven't managed it on this occasion, but never mind. And that's the news done. And that's literally how long it takes. It's, yeah, nice and straightforward. Can I have a closer look at the grey and blue Dalek in the background? Which one are we talking about? The fella there? I'll, hold on. We're talking about this one? If so, then yes. Absolutely. Yeah. The Daleks have started to take the paint off the shelf. I assume you are talking about this fella here. Let's get the close-up camera on him. There we are. There we are. There we are. I think this is kind of based on the original Dalek design, although in the Daleks they didn't have like the slats on. I think we first saw the slats probably in... Was it the Dalek invasion of Earth? No, it can't have been, because I've got one of those. Hang on a minute. I've got, yeah, sorry, hold on. Just for comparison, this is a 5-inch scale version, which is a bit more accurate to how they appeared in the Daleks. You see they don't have the neck slats here, it's just a plain ring, which I think actually looks quite nice. They're quite straightforward designs, but they're so cool. I love the original Dalek designs. But yeah, that's what they looked like originally, and they didn't have the eye dot as well. You can see it's like a plain one that is screen accurate. Oh, I must try and find out where the slats come in. There's yeah, because there's another one here, which is from the Dalek Invasion of Earth. This one's a saucer pilot, and again, he doesn't have the neck slats. So and he's also got a little satellite dish on the back, because originally the Daleks were powered by static electricity, and that's how they were supposed to receive electricity when not on board their spaceship. So yeah, it's a little factoid there for you. And you can get them with black domes as well. I've got a couple. Here's one of them. In fact, here he is with a black dome. I quite like this look, it looks nice. There you go. So yeah. Another Dalek there. I don't think I've given this one a name, but I do like the classic Dalek, so I couldn't not have things. I just really like this colour scheme with like the silver and the blue. I think it looks fantastic. Really, really like these. Good fella. Anyway, come on, back you go. Back over with you, mates. Right then, as we were. How's the blue holding up over here? Ooh, ooh. Nearly dry actually, it's getting on quite well. Right. I'll probably leave that overnight, to be honest, just to make sure it's glued in properly. That's alright. Alright then. What's that there? Well, what I'm probably going to do, I'm going to pre-record all the pre-recorded bits first thing tomorrow. And I'll probably finish writing the rest another time, some point during the day. when you buy Daleks, have they ever come a different one or broken? I mean, bar sort of minor cosmetic damage, like, you know, sort of dents and scratches, I've got to say no. I did receive a Supreme Dalek, which is in that one, which I bought, which turned out to be the 12-inch version, not the 18-inch version, so I had to sell that one on. But yeah, it's... you've got the B&M Daleks. Yeah, they're quite nice. They've re-released them with some slight changes. I've seen them appearing on eBay for ridiculous amounts of money. Yeah, I think it's the cheapest one I saw was one of those the Axis Squad Daleks with like the black dome and the kind of black centre globes. Was about £20. I think the whole set's only $19.99. It was just being sold being sold as a loose figure. So it's lost value because it's come out of the box, and it doesn't have the accompanying Doctor figure, and it's still being sold for more than the price of the whole set. I don't get it. I really don't get it. Oh. Yeah. Do I know why their bumps are blue? Yes, I do. This is the reason for it was because the show was filmed in black and white, and they were painted blue so that the globes would stand out on screen. I do actually know that, but I think it looks fantastic all the same. Yeah. No, that is actually why the Dalek bumps are blue, because when you film something in black and white, it's also why. In old black and white films, I forget what colour they used. I think it was either a black or some other colour. But in black and white films, when women were wearing lipstick, it wasn't red, because red didn't sort of show up well in black and white films. They went with a much darker colour. I think it must have been black. I could be wrong, but I'm sure someone will correct me if they know. But yeah, the same principle applies to the Daleks. They had blue centre globes to distinguish from the silver body shape. It kind of made them pop on screen a bit more. See if I can find a black and white photo of a Dalek, actually. Hold on. All the ones I've got here are really tiny, but yeah, I think all of these are a bit small, but yeah, I think if we just flick over to the desktop view real quick, and you should be able to see there's like, if I can zoom in any, yeah, you see that the globes, they look kind of a similar colour to the Daleks in black and white, but they do pop out more than if they were the same colour. They are obviously distinguishable as being a different part of the Dalek, and that was the reason why that was done. So yeah, it's a little trivia for you there. Gotta love you some Dalek trivia. Right. What was I doing? I lost my way a bit. That's right, I've got to write a sketch. So when I'm sketch writing, I'll have an idea in my head of what I want to say with the sketch, so kind of how it's going to flow. The sketch I'm writing right now is a Cash for Stuff sketch. So the Cash for Stuff sketch is, for those of you who haven't seen Tea Time with Matt before, they take the form of like a radio advertisement for a discount store, but is the most sinister discount store known to man, because they have lots of shady products, and they sell, all of their products have questionable origins, and yet they're very cagey about where they're actually located, simply giving the address of Cash for Stuffers round the back of Morrison's. Yeah, and there's always a disclaimer at the end, which is spoken really quickly, like you hear on radio adverts. Like, you know, terms and conditions apply, see in store for details. But to the extremes, it'll be stuff like, Cash for Stuff is not... I can't do it live. I have to kind of edit it a little bit, but I do try and do it as fast as possible when I'm recording it. So it will be things like, Cash for Stuff accepts no responsibility for chemical burns caused by our teddy bears. Cash for Stuff accepts no responsibility for people stealing your stuff if it's bought. You know, and stuff like that. You know, no purchase necessary. See in store for details. Yeah, it's just kind of a parody of those, you know, really. When you listen to poppy radio stations, they have it quite a lot. It's like, Tesco's is doing this, or I don't know, like back in the day, Woolworths. It's the Woolworths sale. Come on down. You know, we've got up to 90% off all products. 90% only available inside the products. Yeah, it's kind of a Mickey take of that. And all of the ones I've done have been like the Christmas sale, the New Year's sale. They had a Brexit sale of the last show I did, and this one is going to be like a panic buy sale. So yeah, there's going to be lots of jokes about. Basically, the concept of the sketch that I'm trying to get across is it's like a normal advert, but they're basically telling you what they haven't got as opposed to what they have. That's the basic concept I'm going for. So I know that that's how it's going to go, how the sketch is going to run. It's going to start like a normal advert, but then the announcer's just going to start listing products that they don't have. And, you know, so we are currently out of stock on, you know, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, and then it's going to kind of run through all these different products that they don't have, and followed up with, so come on down! And yeah, and I've got a punchline in mind in terms of the disclaimer at the end, but yeah, that's kind of where I see the sketch going. So I've got a rough idea in mind of, you know, what the finished article will sound like. Yeah, so that's kind of what I'm going for here. Hello, Medium Meme Diamond, nice to see you. So yeah, with that general idea, what I then do is just pop into a Word document, and I've got the jingle, and this is literally a wall of text for this sketch because I'm literally just going to read it out and record it before the show tomorrow. Add jingles and sound effects like an echoey voice, which I can do on the fly, but it doesn't sound very good, so I'll be a bit like, Cash for Stuff! Like that. I think I can knock it up a bit more like, Cash for Stuff! Is that actually coming through on there? I can't tell. Hold on. Cash for Stuff. No, that's not working. Fail. Do I have to turn that one off or something? Hold on. I will get this working, give me a minute. That's the effect to mix button. Hold on. There we are. There we go. And then I need to turn it up on there, I think. Hold on. I turn the effect up on that and then there we go. So if I did want to do an echo live, it would be like, Cash for Stuff! Yeah, which doesn't sound great, to be honest. But it does allow you to sort of do interesting things on the fly. So if I needed to do just plucking anything out of thin air, like a voice of God or something, I'd just do, Hear me, mortals! And I can do that through the sound desk. I might just keep the echo running for a minute, because it's also good for making weird sound effects too. If I here's a good example. Hold on. This was a birthday present from my fiance's parents. It's hang on, let's just turn the effect mix down. It's a lovely metal railway sign for British Railways. I really like this. This is really cool. I'm going to hang it upstairs in our living room. I've decided. Don't tell Victoria, she doesn't know yet. Yep, so there's that. But the reason I brought it over here is because it makes, if I just put my headphones on, see if you can hear it, it makes a really nice wobbling noise. You can hear that, can't you? Yeah. But if I then turn the effect up, that's a really fun sound effect, and I can do that on the fly with my mixing desk, which is really cool. Sorry, this sort of went off at a tangent, I know, but I just thought that was neat, and I wanted to show you. That's kind of what this show's all about, so I apologise for nothing. Anyway, yeah, take that off, take the effector mix off, put that back on. There we go. Right, I got it working. It's all good. Right, kill the headphones. We'll turn the music up again. Name every Dalek you own. Okay. Dalek Supreme. Disappointment. Captain Tiny. Dalek Maroon. Droopy Eyestalk. Failure. Derek Jr. Supreme Failure. What's this one? That's an Asylum Dalek, isn't it? Frank. Supreme Dalek 2 Electric Boogaloo. Oh god, what did I call him? I told you this last time. What was it called? Dalek. Oh, a really cool name. What was it? Hang on, I'm gonna have to look it up. Give me a second. Writing, where are you? There we are. Cult of Scratchwood? No, that wasn't it. Adventure Dragon. Here we are. To breakdown. Darley. Drell. Dalek Drell, that was it. There we are. Dalek Drell. Melty Face. Darren Donald. Dirk. Oh, I did name that one. What did I name him? Hold on, I literally just opened the document where I named those three. Because those are the only three apart from the main ones that I have actually named. Here's Douglas, that's his name. Yeah, Dalek Douglas. Okay, then we got what should we call the Genesis Dalek? Well, given that he's surrounded by 3 of the Imperial Daleks and he's a renegade Dalek, I'm going to call him Dalek Oh No. That's a Necros Dalek there, so I'm going to call him... Dalek Frankenstein, because he's made up of dead people. Dalek I'm contributing. Dalek radiation poisoning. The special weapons Dalek. Derek there. If we can, I can't really swing that one round. We're going to have to move to the close-up one for this bit. Here we are. Dalek Biggles. Dalek ground control to Major Tom. Dalek I'm here too. Dalek disappointment the third. That's Rusty, he already has a name. Dalek, look at my big look at my large appendage. Dalek Sec. Dalek Clawmaster. Dalek better than Sec because I'm shinier, and his two guards, who I will call Tweedledee and Tweedledalek. Bernard. Elton. What was Biggles' name? Dalek Iceman. Let's go with that. Dalek Jerry the Cleaner. Dalek spent too long in the tanning salon, and his two guards, Bill and Ben Pepperpot Men. Can't think of the name for this one. Clive. Oh God, what was that Tom Hanks film? Was it Scully? The guy who landed the plane on the Hudson River. We'll go with that. Dalek, I'm the original and the best. Dalek, I'm also shiny but bigger than him. And his two guards, who I shall name. Ant and Dec. There you go, I've named them all. What's very naughty? I don't know what you're talking about. Yes, I do have the World War II Dalek. Hold on. That's Dalek Monty. There he is. Say hello, Monty. Hello. I'm sorry. I have way too much fun doing these. I'm going to have to go round and listen to that back and give them names now. Oh dear. Oh, Jerry the Cleaner. Oh gosh. We like to have fun here. I haven't written any of my sketch yet. But I'm having fun, and that's the important thing, right? Okay. So I'm just going to sit and type madly for a minute while you all amuse yourselves, if that's all right. How's my wagon looking? Oh, I think the glue's held up quite well, actually. I think that's pretty much bang on. I'm going to leave it overnight before I do anything else to it, but yeah, it's looking good. You can see the kind of 3D effect that you get on the vent there. And that's going on this side. It's pretty good. So yeah. There we go. Right, so cash for stuff. I've got a joke, but it's a Transformers joke. Jetfire likes to win it. Oh dear.
left her neck alone, and I whispered all my secrets. She whispered back, saying she would never go. Family moved 1 mile away, but it might as well have been Mexico. And when I'm out, I'm out. Fat kid with the loudest mouth. Arguing parents, turn the music up to drown them out. I turn the music up, kick back and grab the pen. I was still a kid when puberty slapped my friends. I used to write letters to her, she never wrote back. Must have had a new name scribbled on her notepad. But in between my pages, yeah, she left a note. Told me she was listening all the way from Mexico. And it was looking out at the life that I've missed. Instead of a sister, I had a music system and a mixer, an Atari 7800 with Pac-Man on a picture. I had a television set in VCR, no brother. Instead I had a two-seater car, but she was far, and I couldn't ride back to the moon, though I tried floating in the sky with a tribe of balloons. My friends tried to set me up with Betty once, but she was always off with me 1 week in every month. And I used to have the time I got cheap. I wouldn't let the camera flash, so Tanya hadn't stopped me. Selling lemonade, just trying to buy the ticket quite specific. I was going Mexico, surprise visit. Knocking on the door, ringing on the bell. Checking for bad breath, singing to myself. Dad opens up, said she was with her boyfriend. Into the fire, that's where my Polaroids went. And it was looking out at the life that I've missed.
What does Optimus Prime have in common with the cinema? I don't know. What does Optimus Prime have in common with cinema? Dalek Gavin, no relation to Gavin and Stacy. A trailer? Very good. That's very good. I like that. Oh dear. Oh, we should have called one of the pairs Gavin and Stacey. We got a pair somewhere that I haven't named yet. No, I don't think we do. Damn, missed opportunity. Not to worry. Okay.
Lost from Mama G, I give them Madeline. Arrogant with the flow, I wish I hadn't been. I'm traveling to my old street and I'm carrying a Polaroid and a pad and pen. I'm at a 10, I was at a 5 when I was back in high school. Maybe the cool kids have arrived. We had an alibi for swords and samurais and glamour girls that had it right. And now it's like 10 years later, and some dude from my old street is digging up the past. Knew he was hitting on my ex-girl, I didn't have to ask. But it's 2011, so you're missing with the darts. Hard. Look. To me anymore.
Okay, guys, you can help me out with something here. Think of a product from the supermarket that you would normally find really easily. You know, even right now, while there's a load of panic buying and stuff going on, what do you think is a product that you would find really easily? Yeah, that some people wouldn't necessarily panic buy. Let me know what you think. I need it for a joke. So yeah, I'm not going to tell you which one I pick, but let's throw some suggestions my way, and I'll pick one. I'll come back to that in a minute though. Ice cream, crisps, yeah, that's a good one. Anything else? Keep throwing them at me. Matt, you look very mad. No, I just get an intense look on my face when I'm writing. Sorry. What else is there to do in the stream? Not a great deal, to be honest. I'm going to finish writing this sketch off and then maybe try and glue some more stuff onto this box fan. I'll probably wrap up for the evening, to be honest. It's been a couple of hours, hasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, I want to finish this off. So we've got ice cream, crisps, Daleks, potatoes. Yeah, they're all good. What's better, the Weeping Angels or the Eaters of Light? Ooh, I don't remember the Eaters of Light, I have to say. We've got to be the Weeping Angels, yeah, I think so. I'm assuming Peter Capaldi is what you mean. You remind me of him when he's suspicious.
Let's
Okay, Imp344, nice to see you, mate. Hopefully you'll be able to join us tomorrow for the stream, 8 o'clock, youtube.com/teatime with Matt. Should be good. How often do you watch Matt's videos? I don't. He's a knob. I hate him. I find his voice irritating. I can't stand his ugly face. His content isn't funny. No, I never watch Matt's stuff. He's an idiot. Do.
Never will I stay that low. Created my own label, that's the payback though. They told me when I enter this world that one day will be the end of this world. It's not the end of the world, and the lies to see no one needs to be down. Yeah, it's not the end of the world, and the lies to see no one needs to be down. Yeah, not the end of the world, and the lies to see no one needs to be down. Yeah, not the end of the world, and the lies to see no one needs to be down. It's not the end of the world. In the dream house of Barbados and Kens. I don't have a pen, so she wrote her name down in eyeliner and made it clear this was a one-nighter. I don't have the sense to call it a day like amen. Walk home in the rain in the AM. I don't follow trends, never wanna blend in with them, but I do. Shit, I did it again. Laugh out loud, ungracefully bow out and stay grounded like a kid that's not allowed out.
We should make a song called Isolation. Oh wait, that's for tomorrow. Is anyone watching actually in isolation at the moment? Because if so, I'd love to hear your stories.
One day will be the end of this world.
I'm not feeling very inspired. I'm looking around to see if there's something that'll give me inspiration for a line I'm missing. I don't think this joke's gonna work. I might have to change it to something else. Who is this music artist? This is a artist called Screw Love, SCRU, and then the word love. If you look him up on Spotify, all this stuff can be found there. Well, most of it can. There's some albums of his that aren't on there. Doctorus. I've had a cough for the past 6 days and it's not gone away. School told me to go home due to the whole COVID-19 fiasco. Oh dear. I'm not allowed to go to school till it's over, neither am I allowed to go to town or outside. I'm allowed to open my windows, but does this count as isolation? My mother's very protective. I'd say, yeah, that counts as isolation. Currently, we're not isolating in my house, but I've kind of been on the quiet, stocking up in case we have to. I've not gone mad. I'm not a panic buyer, but I've got a few bits and bobs in, like, you know, for the supply cupboard in case we can't get to the shops for any reason. But yeah, we've got family we can call on if we need anything, so it's not the end of the world. I don't think I have it though. Well, it's possible you don't, but on the other hand, better safe than sorry, I suppose. Yeah. I think, you know, we've got a week's worth of shopping last Saturday. You know, so we're good until the Saturday coming, just for like fresh food and stuff. We got like tinned goods and stuff as well. We've got like a few cans of soup, that sort of thing. So yeah, we've got stuff ready. My school has yet to tell me to stay at home, but my parents will be working from home from Monday. Do I think the country will shut down? I don't know. It's a tough one to call this. I don't remember, certainly in my lifetime, there ever being like an emergency going on that was quite like this. So I don't know. I guess we just got to wait and see what happens. You know, it's worrying. You know, I won't sugarcoat it. It's a worrying time, but you know, I'm trying not to panic about it. It's, you know, people like my nan I'm worried about. He's, you know, 70s, so you know that is a little bit worrying and upsetting. But you know, I think people just need to be sensible about this whole thing. You know, be cautious, be prepared, but don't panic. I think that would be my yeah. It's happened in France, Italy, and Spain. I wouldn't be surprised if we join them. Yeah, I think. I honestly don't know. Just a blasted, persistent cough. Go and look up the Mitchell and Webb sketch about. Oh gosh, the filmmaker sketch. That's funny. They're called kids super spreaders. They don't know they have coronavirus yet. Kids in France are now getting it, so the virus has adapted to kids now. I think what it is kids of a certain age have good immune systems. So you know they're probably fighting off the virus quite well, and kids make really good carriers of the virus because let's face it, kids aren't very hygienic. They don't wash their hands particularly well, a lot of them. They all go to school, so they congregate in large groups all the time. They've always got coughs and colds, and you know they're complaining about, you know, aching and stuff anyway. So you know you might not necessarily notice unless you actually thought about it. And until about 2 weeks ago, you know, no one really was taking this whole thing seriously. So you know, it's entirely possible that the virus has gone through, you know, our schools like wildfire, and we just don't realise it yet. You know. But yeah, it is concerning. But anyway, enough about that. We will cover this in detail tomorrow, I'm sure. I'm feeling uninspired. I don't think this joke's going to work. Because I can't talk you through what my thinking is, because I will ruin tomorrow's show, and I don't want to do that. I've just had an email from the people who do National Novel Writing Month, and they're basically saying yeah, they're asking how they can support people if they want to, or if they do or don't want to write during any isolation. So, yeah.
We always look our best on picture day. I'm going to have to live with this space for another year at least. Okay, I look stupid in this dress. My hair's twice the size of my face. But my parents think I'm adorable. And that guy's starting to notice me. But I can see his future. He grows up, and I refuse to. I just smile like every day is a picture day. Only they grew up, and I didn't.
Growing up, I hated that camera lens and any photographer. My hair was messy as hell, didn't have any girls, I wasn't that popular. And my teeth were crooked like J. Cole's when I faced off with Nokia. Fatter than pressures at breakfast, lunchtime life got rockier. That was the life I was living in. Didn't have any friends or any equivalent. Didn't have any brothers or sisters, but that was magnificent. Picture me, am I in focus? Picture me, laps on the sofas. Girlfriend is actually sober, but she's on a high. Thanks for having me over. Chip on my shoulder, my diploma hangs on the wall next to the A-Go poster. I'm stuck in a house and my mind is racing. 5 days of Daytona, 5 shades of Crayola, all over your face. Tape cassettes all over the place. This is for real. This is still real now. Kids, is it everything you wanted? It's a lot, you still die. Small like it's pictured.
Okay, that's the sketch written. I have finished. Well, no, I've still got to do what I must have got to do actually. Skip through because what I do, my notes for the show will be made up of several pages, and the first page is basically like bullet points of what the show includes. So it'll be like the introduction sketch, a brief rundown of sort of what we're talking about on the show. So in this case, it's about how we self-isolated, what stuff have you got to help us self-isolate and that sort of thing. And then each of the features. So I've still got to do alternative facts and common sense advice. News I've done. I've written that reviews of classics. Again, that took ages. Spent all day on that. So yeah, I've got to do alternative facts, common sense advice. I've done the news. That's all done. I've written the sketch. And I've done something for the top of the show as well, that I've got to edit together and put in. So yeah, it's literally just the alternative facts and common sense advice, which I don't need to rush because I don't pre-record any of those. So yeah, it's all good. Don't worry, mate, you didn't come across as aggressive. You are all good there. Yeah, cool. It is 10 to 10, good lord. We've been doing this for 2.5 hours nearly. It means I should probably call it a night, surely. Should we have a quick look at this wagon again? Just see how it's looking. Looks like it's sticking together quite well. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Looks good. Right, let's do a little bit of gluing and then we'll call it a night. There it goes. So what's the next bit? Looking for panels. Glue side panels in place flush with ends and door. Okay, yep, I can do that. Where's my side panels? This must be them. There we are. Right then. I think this is the piece that I've been sent two of. There's the other one there for comparison. But it doesn't contain the 4 long strips, or if it does, I can't see it. So I'm thinking I could improvise potentially and cut out this bit and this bit on both of them and just maybe use that. I need to check that now actually. Let me cut it all out and we'll measure. Hold on. Right, so it's got to cover almost the length of the wagon. So how long is the wagon? The wagon's about 15 centimetres. So if we say, how wide are the doors actually? Let's look at that. We've got to at least cover the doors and then some again. So the doors are 8 centimetres. So if we say that and then that again. That's going to be about, oh no, that's 60 centimetres, that's not going to be bad. So that and half of that again, say. So about 12 centimetres. Now if I measure this up, how long is that? 10 centimetres. Might be doable. I could get a little bit extra if I did sort of do 8 bits as well. I could get that out both of them, potentially. I could, yeah, I'm a fan of the old bodge it and leg it thing, so I think that is what I'm going to do. Yeah, I've decided now. I'm going to cut these out, and then I'm going to try and bodge it using the strips in the middle of this. I don't think that's what they're supposed to do, but that's what I'm going to do. Okay, put that out. Let's go with this from the rear. Let's pull that out. Oh well, good thing I have a spare set. Oops. Try it again without destroying it this time. I apologise if this stream hasn't been very entertaining, by the way, guys. See you later, mate. It's been nice seeing you. Have a good night's sleep. That's one out. This is a nice little community we've formed here. I like this. Don't forget to share the link to the channel around if you feel like you want to. I'm just doing it again. Idiot! I've just put my knife through it. Knife spares. That looks alright on the other side this time. Actually, might be okay. Yeah, do share this around, so if other people like the look of it, they can come watch too next time. So I'd like to kind of build the audience a bit. I think this has been quite good.
You've been feeling yourself too much for me. Like you forget where we were down.
Two.
We crumble into the sky like we thinking. With you and I
that's good.
have been far too big for this town.
Last one.
You've been feeling yourself too much for me. Like you forget where we were down. We crumble into the sky like we thinking. With you and I have been far too big for this town. I wrote a song named Looking Back the Stars, but only the other night I lay flat on my back and did it. I would like to write a song about this girl that I'm obsessed with, but she has blue on the records. I hate being that specific. It makes my world smaller, and I'm so claustrophobic. And secrets that I've kept for you, I'm gonna grow old with. And while so many guys in the closet are homophobic, I tell my girl come over. Now tell me who the daddy is like Murray Povich. Sometimes I feel myself beating on my chest, living in the past like being with my girl was me. Cheating on my ex, I think that letting go is the key to my success. To all my current friends, I'm an inconvenience at best. So don't come to my show if you're not applauding me. And don't pick up the phone if you wouldn't do normally. Cause this was way more fun when I was a kid, just imaginary music video with Sadie. You've been feeling yourself too much for me. Like you forget where we were down. We crumbled into the sky like we flicking. But you and I have been far too big for this town. And we don't even speak anymore. You've been feeling yourself too much for me. And we don't even speak anymore.
There we are. Now, what I'm thinking, if I cut this in half and when you paint it, it won't look too bad. Just, then measure this and find out where the middle bit is. Just over 20 centimetres, so we want to go about 10 and a bit.
So don't come to my show if you're not applauding me. I don't pick up the phone if you wouldn't do normally. Cause this was way more fun when I was a kid, just waving guns, shooting imaginary music video with Sadie. You've been feeling yourself too much for me. Like you forget when we were down. Yeah. We crumble into the sky like we fit in. But you and I have been far too big for this town. And we don't even speak anymore. You've been feeling yourself too much for me. And we don't even speak anymore.
The hacksaw for this, really. I like the synth in this song. Yeah, I love Scrooge's style. It's really good. I don't normally like the sort of rap or anything like that, but Scrooge does it really well. It's different. So this is me thinking, if I put this on the wagon like that, sort of at that sort of angle, and one at the bottom as well, probably more like that, to be honest, sort of like that and like that. If I bring the camera around, then that will do what the bits that are meant to be included in the kit are meant to do. Or at least that's the idea. Because yeah, then what it will look like, you'll have these panels here, and then your doors will go in the middle, and then you sit at that, sort of there, ish, like so, and then the same on the bottom, and then your doors will sort of sit on that, if that makes sense, so it looks like a runner. But yeah, that's the idea. Whether it will work or not, I'm not sure yet. We'll keep at it, have a look. Quite cut it in the right place, so I'm just going to move these bits ever so slightly. You must think it all the time, baby. We're just trying to show that we're still here. And we should have got to the same size, roughly. Budget and Legit Limited, but I love it. Small hacksaw pencil would make this a lot easier.
You must think it all the time, baby. We're just trying to show that we're still here.
That's two. There we are. Oh, not quite. Oh, there we go. Good enough. Right. So what I've ended up with now is 2 bits that look the same length. They're not quite, but they do the job. Clever bit is he's going to get these to match up with these ones. So what I'm thinking, and I do think occasionally I do try anyway. If I line up, actually we could just go straight down the cutting line. That'd be about the right length. Hold on. Yeah, that seems to have done the job. On the other side. Well, see, this was much simpler. Why didn't I just do this before? It's alright, I can put those two on the bottom where you won't notice them. So. I've got to cut the other side as well. Okay, not a problem.
No looking for somebody to let me down. Your clothes just show how old you are. You smile just a little bit extra now, but you don't wanna go. I couldn't believe
get away with being a little less delicate on this one because I don't actually need the parts.
Like I won the biggest trophy in my life, and you think it's right to keep it secret. All I had was a bad jacket, the one glove and a dance moves and beat it. So when I tell you that I'm big, bad and dangerous, I mean it. You can take it and leave it. The night was a bummer.
That seems to have gone alright.
Parties with no smiles, so I pocket down your number. Listening to Corinne,
just a little bit one.
Speaking about how we've been lately.
That's one. Pretty much actually. Yeah. Pretty much bang on.
7 a.m.
Good job, mate.
She wants to take my picture out of the frame, my frame off of the wall. That's my spot in the Hall of Fame.
Spare set there. Snap, for God's sake, before you do that. Hey! Right. Cool. So, in theory then, what I've just ended up with is the 4 strips that should have been included with the kit.
Me and my friends quit the game early and headed out. We've been playing this for 7 hours. Talking the girls way out of our league, but confident to speak up like we're well endowed. We struck gold. I found the only 4 girls with big breasts.
And there we are. 4 strips of wood, roughly equal lengths. A couple of them look a bit rough around the edges, but I'll put them on top because we'll, it doesn't matter, I suppose, because they're all a bit
and if I had a Polaroid camera, I would pan it up and take a shot. The sky is the limit. I've got my heaven now. I'll just be happy with what I got. Yeah.
So it'll look roughly like that. Oh, hold on. There we are. So it'll be one of these on the top spot. But I think that is enough for today. We've done a good job there. We've made some progress. Do not lose these. We need them. Some spare bits there. I need the two long bits, so I'll hang on to them. That one as well, may as well. Use these with them. Yeah. Try and get rid of much of the waste if possible while I'm tidying up. I'm quite pleased with my engineering attempt there. That turned out alright, didn't it?
And did it all in my lucky shirt.
They're a bit rough around the edges, but then it's what good wagons are supposed to look like. So, no complaints there. Right, there we are. So that's the two projects we worked on this evening. How's this doing? That's much right now. Good. Right, so we've got our truck, which our quad bike is going to sit on. It's starting to look a bit more realistic now. If I drop that on, in fact. Yeah, there you go. Just move that out of the way. You can see. That's looking like a truck to me. Still got to glue these two bits of wood in place as well, but I think that's looking alright. And I'll probably do a second coat of grey on that at some point, so that'll look nice. And then I'll carry on with the box fan with all the other bits as well, which are all here ready and ready to go. Next time I've got some free time. Boom. Lovely. Right. Well, that's all from me for the evening, but I do hope you've enjoyed the show. We'll do another one at some point, maybe later in the week, to just sort some bits and bobs out. But thank you very much for coming. Take care. If you are affected in any way by the COVID-19 stuff that's going on, do look after yourself. Make sure you're washing your hands and everything. If you do need to isolate, do take care of yourself physically, but mentally as well, because I think something like this really will affect people's mental health. So, just look after yourself. And if you guys need just someone to talk to for help and support and stuff, I'm always on the Discord channel. I'll be doing these streams quite regularly as well, so tune in if you get a chance. Hopefully none of you will need to go into isolation beyond what you've already done, so fingers crossed. But yeah, take care of yourselves, take care of your families, and tune in tomorrow over on the YouTube channel for Teatime with Matt. That's youtube.com/Teatime with Matt, for the Teatime with Matt Pandemic Special, which kicks off at 8 PM Greenwich Mean Time. So you can look forward to that. And I'll be doing some actual scripted stuff for a change, as opposed to just sitting here painting things and staring into the middle distance. Should be a lot more entertaining. But until then, good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!